That's one of them shows, and no matter how many times I've seen the episodes, King of Queens, I can watch them over and over. I'm a sucker for a King of Queens marathon.
Or
Let's see, get a few shares in here real quick, and we're gonna get on to business.
business.
See if we get a couple of heads in here. Well, I'm doing it. How you feeling this morning, sir?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. You know, big day, good day. Hopefully, first day of the full slate for the NFL. Week 1, first FanDuel contest, first pool. We all
Dirty.
good.
You talking that good stuff.
It's going down. It's going down.
You talking that good stuff right now.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get a couple of more joints in here. We gonna go do it.
Anybody ever grabbed that?
You know, I keep trying to tag Caesar, right? But every time his name pop up, it jumps off. They might be telling me something.
Yeah, so
Don't tag
leave
me.
him alone.
Just leave him alone.
That John said, let him be where he is. Dog, we still sitting at 19 after 3 days?
Yeah, we probably pop that joint and somebody will jump on there. But we good money.
That's
And then when
crazy
you see
though.
me take their cash, I can understand.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
I
makes
can
sense.
understand. It's our prime plans. We God darn it.
Yeah, they nervous. They nervous.
Who run it? Yeah, on that
You
3-6.
sure?
That's what I do. I run it. Well, at least early in the season, and I've seen to fade out for some reason. I gotta correct that this year. Last 2 years, we've been having on the FanDuel. I seen it start out pretty hot. You know, at least top 3 finish. You know, when we were doing the top
Right.
3. I mean, usually, the first few weeks, and then I get this little drought going. Then I'm hoping and praying by the time we get the week of the 12 and 13, like, God damn, what happened? I need to do 4.
Right.
I need to start figuring them joints out like my cousin do with his numbers. Like my cousin does nothing. He works hard. He goes to work. He comes home, grabs a beer, and he's forever working numbers. He writing it on
Mm.
paper bags, notebooks. You know what I'm saying? Figure out a form on the back of an old lottery slip. I'm like, cuz.
For real?
I already knew, like, he got him a new whip now, but I know he was down. His car was down for a little bit. So every time I rode through Chester, cuz it was like, yo, cuz, you be down here for a minute? I already know what the question was, but I'm just getting in the car. I already know. We had to go to roll through Chester, grab a 12 pack or a couple of 40s. I mean, for him, not for me.
Right.
I'm a drinker, but I'm going to take it to the crib. You know what I'm saying? And he got to play them numbers, bro. He coming with it.
Dang.
Let's
It's a
see.
lifestyle.
What you say?
It's a lifestyle.
My cousin. AJ, what's up, my brother?
AJ, what up?
My
Hey,
man
look.
Keith heard me on that 3-6 this morning talking about Commanders running. Who run it? Okay, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good start. That's a good
I
start
like
to
that, Keith.
their
Way to keep the
legacy.
season off, player. That's what I'm talking about. We here, man. We here. We here.
Start to their legacy. Let me
Source,
show you.
we here, man.
I ain't gonna show you everything, but just know as soon as we get to 3, well, I mean, it don't really. Let me try this. Let me try this. There we go. Can you see that? Let me get to the camera.
You gotta come back right there.
Bam. All right.
Just
Struggle.
like that.
So get to 3 o'clock. Damn, I keep on. Got all these 1 o'clock single game. Every season they have all the single games. For the 1 o'clock joint. Like every game has a single game. Yeah, I got one in all of them. I'm wilding. I mean, it's $1 to $2. Them Jones is, but yeah, just had to touch on all of them to start out the season.
We are officially official now. You know why?
Oh, who in the room?
The first lady of SBP has entered the building. Vernice is in the house, and Vernice said the Pats are in the building, son. Pats Nation. Vernice was
Clap it
good.
out.
Was
One time
good.
for Bernice.
We made it, y'all. We made it. We back football season. You feel me? NFL is in
Shout
football.
out.
There goes Caesar. Some kind of way Caesar got in.
Dang.
I don't
You tried to block him.
know.
Didn't work.
Caesar, what's good, my brother? Hey man, we got some football, man. Like We got a great games today, man. We've got the NFL. You and I talked about this before. The NFL did a marvelous job of setting up week one. Like,
Hmm.
it's some fire matchups. Some more fire than others, but even some of the lesser games got some fire to them, man. Like, I am so hyped for today. We've been talking about this for a minute. Um, and I guess the best place to start, to be honest with you, man, is Thursday night's game, right? I think we need to recap Thursday night game because some things happened in Thursday night's game. One thing that happened, Buffalo looked thoroughly dominant, like a lot of people felt they would look like. And yo, they ain't missed a beat, bro. They ain't missed a beat. You know, they've added pieces, but it seems like they still would have done work without them pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy Josh
Yeah,
was on 1,000.
it was on a mission out the gate. Shout out to Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs got busy. Davis got busy. Davis came off of what, the 4 touchdown performance in the last playoff game, only to score the first touchdown in the first game of the season.
Gabriel or Gabe. Mama,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
named Gabriel. I'm gonna call him Gabriel.
Mama named him Gabriel, so he got to like play a trumpet or something. He probably had to pick up the trumpet in school. But yeah, Buffalo got busy. I didn't. I wish I was more willing to give those bold predictions like you did your video.
Yeah.
I wish I was more willing to do bold predictions, or I would have said Buffalo is going to win in a blowout. And I was like, I ain't trying to be wrong on week one. So I said Buffalo will win a close one, what, 27-23, I think I said, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like Buffalo was going to come out and smack these people, though. But it got a little ugly. It did get a little ugly.
Later.
You know, it got a little ugly towards the end. But Buffalo dominated the game, though. Buffalo
Okay.
dominated the game.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So McVay has his first losing record in his career.
Dog,
0-1.
that's crazy. Crazy.
6 seasons, 82 games. It's the first time Sean McVay has had a losing record.
Out of control.
That's
Out of
crazy.
control.
Yeah, the Bills got busy, man. Their defense continued to impress, man. They got that Stafford, put him on the ground 7 times. Um, and that's a problem because somebody in the group noticed something. And I went back and did some research and found that they were correct. They got to him 7 times, basically, with a 4-man fronts for the most part.
4-man rush. Yep.
Like, yo, I said, that can't be right, bro. And I went back and I said, oh, okay, they coming out like that?
And
Problem.
you know, Von Miller got 2 of them things. How you come off the Super Bowl with one team,
Got one early.
then you on the other team playing the team that you just left in the first game. You get to the quarterback early, and then you get to him again a little later. 2 sacks for Von Miller as he was wrecking shop up front.
Yeah, AJ said they should have had more points than they had.
They
Well,
could have,
it was a
yeah.
time early when they came out. I was thinking, man, golly, they about to put this thing away early. But then when we go into halftime, was it 10-10? It was pretty even at halftime, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then, got busy in the fourth. Ain't no need beating around the bush because Caesar wants to get to it. He wants the drama right away, so we might as well just go on and get to it. He says, I will say it again, Jalen Ramsey is toast.
Drama.
He is toast. Okay, so here we go. And I had to put it out there in the group because I love what I love and hate and love are people's overreactions to everything. The Rams trash. The Rams is trash. I saw that too. The Rams trash. Now Jalen Ramsey is trash. Like he just trash, bro. It ain't just the fact that he got toast and got burnt, right? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He's just trash. That's why I got to draw the line there. We so in the moment, the one game, or we saw the last couple of games, and somebody is just trash. If you don't have Jalen Ramsey in your top 5, that's your opinion. And that's fine. He may or may not be top 5 right now. But to go and say this man is trash, garbage, yeah, y'all had to miss me with that, man. I don't ever want to watch football with any of y'all. Don't invite me to nothing. Don't even come to the SBP meetup if we do it.
Yeah, I say come to the SBP meetup and buy me a drink. But
Oh,
you know,
that's different.
that's between y'all and Prime. I
My own money.
Here's the funny part. Even with the overreactions or the the knee-jerk reactions that come from people in the moment, which is one part social media and one part week one of the NFL because people have been waiting for it. So you add those two together and you get this. But here's my thing. Which ones of y'all really think that Jalen Ramsey got beat on that deep ball straight up?
Preach.
Clearly, whether he was wrong or not, whether he was wrong, safety was wrong, whoever was wrong, something was wrong because he didn't even make an effort to cover Diggs. He played in a zone, some type of zone he was playing, and expected somebody to be over top. Y'all are calling that burned, which means y'all are looking for something to say. You can't like that. That's the one play that y'all are talking about so much that was made a big deal, and it's not even a real thing. It's not even a real thing. That's the crazy part. So y'all saying because he got beat on a back shoulder joint that he's toast, or because he got beat underneath a few times he's toast? Which ones of those are the ones where he was toast, or the one where he jumped up? They ran the fake bootleg for the first touchdown when Davis cracked and then rolled out. Was he toast in? He messed up, but was he toast? Like, is he trash because he made a wrong decision or because he just got burnt? Y'all just be saying silly stuff, man. Y'all, SBP, NFL fans in general, just people in general, y'all just be saying anything because it sounds good. Because clearly, that neither of those plays had anything to do with his coverage ability.
At least somebody knows something. Man. I try to tell these people. I'm not saying that Jalen Ramsey's never gotten burned. I'm not saying that we won't ever see Jalen Ramsey get burned again. But what do you watch when you watching these plays? You're just looking for a man to get scored on, not taking into account of what's really happening or probably what really happened. I remember the pass interference show in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
everybody was clearly pretty much on the same page. Okay, it was pass interference, right? But because it was Jalen Ramsey, I told y'all he's garbage. He ain't in my top. He ain't top 10. Blah blah blah. He's over. Now, if you want to say he's overrated, okay, I'm not gonna argue with that. All right, that's your thing. He may or may not be the best corner in the league. We don't know. But what y'all fail to realize and don't understand, what kills me is, so I put out there this top 5 list, and I wish I had spent more time to bring these other numbers. I think I left them at work. But anyway, your top 5 guys that we put out there that we think very highly of: Tre'Davious White, CJ, Xavier Howard. I love Xavier Howard, Jair Alexander, right? All these guys, we go on and on. I know y'all Latimer. Like, do you understand that those guys get burnt too? I mean, those guys actually do get burnt. It happens. Just because you don't see it, or just because now I give it, they might not run their mouth as much in the media as Jalen Ramsey. So some of what Jalen Ramsey gets may be deserved. Yeah. And one thing I like about Jalen Ramsey, he'd be the first to tell you that. Yeah, I run my mouth. Right? It is what it is. But your favorite corners get burnt too. Their fault, not their fault, whatever. But we want to put it on Jalen Ramsey just because he run his mouth, right? Yeah, I want you to stand on the hill and own up to it, Jalen. I'm going to give you that, right? So, yeah, you got to own up to it when you do actually get burnt. But your favorite guys get their butts kicked too. Some of y'all are just not, you're not Rams fans. Some of y'all are Dolphins fans. So the only time we're going to see the Dolphins on TV, regular TV, 3 times a year, right? Things of that nature. It happens. So y'all can miss me. I respect everybody's opinion. And shout out to the bro, Dorian Bryant, who put...
I don't respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah,
but anyways, go on.
I like that. Dorian said that you can tell clearly that some of these folks have never played the DB position before. And I know there was some opposition. Shout out to a guy I do respect in our group, Thomas Kavanaugh. Thomas was like, so you had to play the position to have an opinion. It's not about having an opinion. It's about what some of these people are legitimately saying and seeing, Thomas. Okay? No, you don't have to play corner, but some of the comments that I'm seeing about this man is trash. He shouldn't have needed no help on the play. What you know what the play was supposed to be? You know what the play is supposed to be. And you calling it out. You calling it out. Shout out to my other brother, Zach. Zach said the same thing. Zach played the position. So Y'all can miss me with that. So I know every time that we get a clip of somebody scoring or catching one on Jalen, it's gonna be lit in the SBP, and I'm cool with it. I love it. I do what you do, but at least have some understanding on like what really happened. This ain't just Madden. This ain't just FanDuel. Understand what could have possibly happened. And if he gets burnt, he get burnt. And just because somebody gets burnt doesn't mean that they're a garbage corner.
Facts.
Cliff, what's up, bro? Cliff said so. Clifford Jones said Jalen's weakness is the propensity to look inside when in zone coverage, team's game plan, and use that against him. I can agree with that.
Yeah, but even that's not what happened.
That's not what happened on the plays the other day. I give you that.
Right.
I've seen that with him, right? And I've also seen where Richard Sherman made the comment. He said that the dude is talented beyond this world. Like he says that Jalen is the real deal, but he says that there's a couple of things he needs to tweak, and there's also a couple of things that Jalen may have forgotten in so many words, right? Certain things. So, it is what it is.
I often get that thesaurus out early. Get that thesaurus out early.
Hey, can you see the comments?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Comments lit today. Arvin said propensity. Damn, let me get the thesaurus out. I got my assistant looking that up too, bro, on the low. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, so that's crazy. So it is what it is. But y'all have fun with that. I just want to make sure. Now, I guess I'm not going to do that because I love the corner position. To me, it's no other position on the field. And unless you played that position, you probably really don't know because it's a certain rush. But what I'm saying is about that position on the field, I'm not going to throw up something every time Alexander get one caught on him or Howard get one caught on him or something. I'm not going to throw that up. But I know y'all ain't going to do it either. But y'all going to throw it up when Ramsey do it. And they're going to definitely do it when Trevon Diggs get burned, right? You know that's coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's coming. So it is. Y'all have fun with that. But put some of your people in your place, man. Caesar said Mexicans can't even say it. Come on, Caesar. He said that's a big word. Caesar's crazy, man. Yeah, so tells me a lot about the Bills, I think, and they are who we thought they were, and in a very good way. I'm not ready to write the Rams off. I mean, the Rams on their way to the Super Bowl had some questionable games that they won. So the only real question I got, I didn't think I was going to have to break this out before the first Sunday. But, bro, I got to break it out. And we got double candidates for the milk carton. We got milk carton. First of all, on the back of the milk carton, where in the world is Cam Akers, bro?
Bruh, I had him in my FanDuel lineup, my single game lineup. I was like, "What's going on? What we doing? We not playing? We not playing. We on the field one time? No, yeah, that was rough.
Just a couple out before the game. Like, what happened?
Why ain't nobody tell me?
It's an even split. I mean, if you gonna give Henderson that tick, that's fine. But damn, what did he get? He had less than 5 carries, right? 3 carries, 4 carries.
It was tough. Wasn't it even 3? Yeah. It was tough.
And the second one, I'm kind of hurt by this one. Where was Allen Robinson, dog? I had to check to see if bro was on the field.
I saw the number 1 pass by a couple times, but
it did make me feel a little bit better because I did see where McVay mentioned that we have to find a way to get Allen more involved. So I'm counting on you, McVay. I'm counting on you. Get that man involved, man. That's one of my guys.
Yeah.
All right, no doubt. So look, man, let's get into this. Let's get into today's games. And I want to start today by saying something very interesting. I don't know if you caught this or not. Do you know this is the first time in 15 years there's not a rookie starting QB on day 1?
Really? Wow.
I
had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. We know some quarterbacks were drafted. There's some very intriguing second-year guys we're going to be talking about today, especially in this first game we're going to talk about. But there are no rookie starters. So, but let's get into this, man. The 49ers and the Bears, and we have fans of both of those in the Sports Bar Podcast. My brother just jumped in the room. Randy, what's up, brother? Randy Dark in the house.
What's up,
Um,
Randy?
49ers and Bears go at it today. So we're going to see a little Trey Lance. We're going to see a little Justin Fields. We won't see Kittles receiving the rock last I saw. No Kittles. So, but anyway, these two quarterbacks, man, what you think about this game,
It's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough. Wait, was this on there? Is this on the original list? I'm just asking, time frame wise.
It was on the original list, but
Okay, just making sure.
some of these games going to be hit anyway. So, I mean,
Yeah. Just want to
all of
make
them
sure.
now.
Yeah, all of them.
You picking
Trey
up?
Lance, aka Stu Lance, to somebody out there in the media. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does today. I don't know. Do the 49ers have full confidence in Trey Lance? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. You see Jimmy G still hanging out in the
Uncle
background.
sister's homeboy said
Just
he
the
know.
kid. See? And that's where we get our facts from, right there. On the other side of the field, you got Justin Fields, who we saw quite a bit last year. He was up and down. He was treated like you would have never thought that a quarterback that was drafted so high would be seesawed around for the first half of the season, or throughout the season. But he was. So with his feet firmly planted under him, he is in the starting position, no questions. And this will be an interesting test for each of these young QBs.
I do agree. And to me, I know it's not top shelf and it's not the top of everybody's list, right? I'm highly interested in this game, though, because I want to get a first-hand look at how both of these guys going to play.
Hey,
I really do.
Prime,
Huh?
I'm writing down all the picks we make today. I'm writing them down because we're doing all the games. I'm writing down all the picks.
Word.
And then I'm going to come back and be like, see, I told y'all. After I have more wins than you. Okay.
I like it. I like it. But yeah, I'm interested in this game. Hopefully I'm somewhere where I can actually see this game because I'm interested to see how these quarterbacks play and how they get into it. I'm definitely anxious to see Lance really get out there and see, does he have that long leash? Which I think he does. But I think he has a long leash in today. Let me just say that. I don't think they would just
He better.
because he just stinks it up in the first half, come out that bad boy, throw 3 picks and fumble it just before halftime, and then we start seeing Garoppolo warming up when they come out of the locker room, right? I think the Bears really want Justin Fields to win this game. I mean, to win, to solidify this position. So to do that, he's gonna have to use Cole Kmet. He definitely gonna have to use Donnell Mooney, which I think Donnell Mooney has star potential. Potential. Write that down. I ain't say he was gonna be a star, but he has that potential. So I think both teams are allowing the running game today, which I think a lot of them will during the majority of the season anyway. But I'm still sticking with the Niners, man. 27-17. I think the Niners get it done. Whether Lance is starting in the fourth quarter or not.
Dang, bro. Dang. I feel like you're questioning Trey Lance heavily.
Ain't none of my
already.
business, source. It ain't none of my
Ain't none of your business.
That's your cousin business. It ain't none of my business, man. I'm just on the
Okay.
outside looking in.
None of your business. Okay. I
I got
also
bigger
have San
problems later.
Francisco. True. I got San Francisco with the dub. There's no way I can go against San Francisco, even in Chicago, because I just have no trust, no faith, no belief in the Chicago Bears. So that's just what it is. I'm gonna keep it a little lower scoring. Low scoring, 23-16. 23-16 San Francisco. You said San Francisco 27-17.
Yeah, I should have checked that out. My fam there. Randy says the weather gonna be jacked today in Chi-Town. I was watching some of the early stuff, and in quite a few places today, there's potential for some weather. So we might see a lot of running today in a lot of these games. So very interesting. So yeah, run the rock, like I say, run the rock and hold on to
Run that rock. Run that rock.
Hold on to the rock. You feel me?
Hold on to God's unchanging hand.
All right, the Patriots and the Dolphins, and yeah, I like this game, bro. I like this game. We got to go back to last year. Guess how many times Belichick beat the Dolphins last year? Zero. Dolphins swept them people last year. And matter of fact, they won the last 3 times they played. So the Dolphins got Belichick's number. Very interesting is the maturation process of Tua. What we gonna see today? I seen this man today on the pregame entering the facilities. He had no shirt, no tie, no shirt and tie, no fancy sweatsuit. Look like he about to go surfing, bro. Shorts,
Hey,
t-shirt, you know.
that's how bro do. I mean, you can't knock the hustle. At least he's comfortable. At least he's comfortable. And he's probably a little more comfortable with Freaky Ricky on one side of the field in that offense. Man, talk about taking the top off of defense, bro. You get that work from either side. We're going up the field on either side. It's not a lot of teams that have that potential to go up the field with their first 2 receivers. Take the top off, one underneath, one over top. Either way, it's crazy. It's crazy. I wonder how much that potential will allow for some tight end action, some running back out of the backfield action. It's interesting. Just throwing it out there. Is Bernice still here? Bernice, you still here? I don't care if you're still here or not. I'm gonna just say right now, Prime, and then I'm gonna go into hiding after the show. I got Miami in this thing out the gate, bro. Miami in this thing out the gate. My confidence is waning. You know I don't rock with Mac. That's you and Bernice. That's y'all. That's y'all peoples. That's y'all peoples. I am big.
Mac 10 or Mac Jones?
Well, both of them. Either of them. Don't even matter. Especially after the tumultuous relationship Mac 10 and his former lady T-Boz had. Don't get me on this T-Boz and Mac 10 topic. Because you know I love me some T-Boz.
I do too. Ask Sean Johnson about that. Anyway, go ahead.
Really? I don't appreciate that. But anyway, you can have everybody. Like Candace Parker, T-Boz. Like,
what's the difference? I actually met T-Boz, but that's another story. Maybe me and Sean Johnson.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Here we go. Miami, 30. That's right. 33. That's a 3 on Belichick. 30. New England, 17. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here.
I don't think
get them Patriots up out of here.
She ain't responding in the comments, so I think you might be safe. But you know, either Keys or Caesar, probably Caesar. Somebody gonna slip her the video. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be in somebody's inbox. It's gonna be on the inbox for the day over.
They stay snitching.
Yeah. Well, interesting game. And you talking about those wide receivers, Tyreek Hill and all of them, because I'm anxious to see how they implement him and Waddle as well in this game. You know, the second time they played last year, when the Dolphins won that game 33-24, the Dolphins didn't have a receiver over 40 yards receiving in that game. Not one of them. Not one of them.
Not one.
Very interesting. But you get a guy like Reek on your side, you can surpass that in one play. You feel me? So it's gonna be very interesting. And this ain't no disrespect, so I'm gonna choose my words wise because I don't dislike the Patriots the way you dislike them. And you talk bad about them people because I got mad respect for them. I think we see vast improvement for them, but I'm not rolling with them today. Not rolling with them today. I think got a new coach. They got a couple new pieces. They got a new running back. They're gonna have to run the rock.
Matt Patricia.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
I roll it with Tua today, 24-23. I'm sorry, Bernice, but that's just today. I got love and respect for you peoples, unlike your other brother over here. I'm gonna let y'all handle that though.
Hey, I liked the Patriots until last year. So hey, it is what it is.
You got memes too, Caesar. Caesar talking about something. He got a lot of videos saved.
He is a meme.
His iCloud runneth over. Another interesting matchup today for a whole lot of reasons will be the Colts and the Dolphins today. This matchup Colts and the Texans. I'm sorry, Colts and the Texans. This matchup might have seemed a little more, appetizing, I should say, a year or two ago. But I still think it's a pretty good matchup. It's just a matter of fact that the Texans are missing a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. They got some problems, man. Oh,
Are these some different Texans than I know about? Who are these Texans you speak of? I don't know these Texans you talking about.
that's,
I don't see anything.
I mean, look, man. Over the years, the Texans have been a
Oh,
okay.
I thought you said last year.
No, last year they showed flashes. They ain't
Flashes
win
or
nothing. They showed
trashes.
flashes.
Flashes or
Man,
trashes.
they like
Yeah.
young Davis Mills, man.
Okay. I'm gonna let you like Davis Mills. You can
Brandon
put him with Mac.
Cooks. They
You can
showed
put him with
flashes
Mac
last year,
Jones.
so
Brandon Cooks showed flashes. Actually, I think he had a 3 touchdown game.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no. Your man's going for a $150. $150 on the ground from your man's.
How dare you,
Good.
though, Sauce? That
How
man might
dare
get
I?
200 total yards today.
Oh, was that an understatement?
Yeah,
It might have been an understatement. I'm trying to be respectful, somewhat. 150 for your man's Johnny on the spot.
yeah.
And yeah, a good debut for the new QB. He's not gonna have to do too much. Barely get over 200 yards in the air, but that's all right. He ain't gonna need it because it's gonna be all Colts all the time. Indy 34. Houston. Do I even want to 20, 20, 20?
Yeah, my man's Jonathan Taylor gonna eat today. He might get close to 200 total yards. I'm gonna feel bad because with Lovey on the other side, I said, man, you get a black man like that, man.
Fair.
Not his debut. You feel me? But Jonathan Taylor's gonna eat. And yes, Matt Ryan gonna love his new toys, man. Especially Michael Pittman. Yeah, I think this one might get ugly too, though. I think I'm going like 37-17. Um, I do believe that the Texans might shock a few people this year. Maybe when we talked about it, I think I had to maybe win maybe a couple of extra games. But yeah, this one could get ugly. This one could get ugly, and Cooks might get that 2 touchdown game. Maybe that might be all they get.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this one could get ugly though. But who was that? Yeah, Keys, I agree. I do believe Pierce gonna eat though. I believe Pierce gonna eat all season. Him and Rex Burkhead gonna bang some heads with some folks, man. They're gonna cause some damage. That's not today. Um, Ravens and Jets. We love this one for a whole lot of reasons. And we talk about the schedule makers making up all these matchups, right? But this is one that's crazy because they didn't realize that Joe Flacco was actually going to be starting when they made this matchup.
Very
So you got,
interesting.
so that's what's crazy. So you got Flacco going up against his old team, but not only his old team, the man who basically took his job. You feel me?
Absolutely. The man who took his job and it was, it is what it is. It is what it is. Life goes on. Still over there fighting. Well, I guess the contract talks are pretty much over, but we did see the story earlier today that he was looking for 250 plus. He was looking for a contract similar to Deshaun Jackson's
All that
contract
guaranteed green.
with that guaranteed money, JT money. Yeah. Interesting fact about this ordeal: Baltimore versus the Jets. The Jets, left tackle Mekhi Becton, injured. Now he went to Highland Springs High School, so he's from the 804.
804.
The Jets went out and hired a veteran, Dwayne Brown, who went to Hermitage High School, 804. And now he's hurt. He's hurt. That's wild. It's wild and that's tough. But two men from Henrico, both of them, 804 for the Jets. One came to replace the other after the first one got injured and the second one got injured. That's wild. That's wild. I think it's wild anyway. Yeah, I don't know what there is to talk about for this game. I don't know what you think about the Jets or how Flacco is gonna play. I don't know if Flacco might come out with a chip on his shoulder but it might just be a wrap for Flacco. He might not have it, Either way, I'm leaning towards Baltimore. I'm not even leaning. I'm heavy on Baltimore. I think Lamar comes out and gets busy. Just so y'all know, Lamar to your man's Andrews twice.
They got a
Yeah,
special
yeah, yeah,
connection.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's a special
yeah, yeah,
connection
yeah.
between those two. The
I'm
force is
going.
strong with those two. You feel me?
Indeed, indeed. I don't really know what the force of strong means because I don't live that life. But yeah, I've never been to a Comic Con.
I'll let you know though. I just want to let you know real quick. Don't feel ashamed, bro. I'm gonna get you there. Black folks do watch Star Wars and read comic books, man. So it'll be okay. You can do it, bro.
I know, I
Okay.
know, because I know you. So I've seen it. But guess what? I didn't.
Don't you want
Nah,
to ride
baby,
with
I'm
me?
not gonna be able to do it.
Okay.
Double X positive. Yeah, 31-13, Baltimore. Book it.
Don,
That's
what's up,
prime
my
time.
brother? Shout out to my cousin Jay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Because they didn't want to get that man all that guaranteed green. The man
Nope.
won't asking for the world. He just wanted to get that guaranteed money.
Let me get my monies.
They could close up shop, you know what I'm saying? Do his count and have the rest of the yams at his auntie house. That's all he wanted.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, man, y'all pay that man, so he can move on. 42-13,
Woo,
Ravens.
woo.
And there may be no J.K. Dobbins, so Kenyon Drake or somebody gonna help him get busy. But
Right, right.
they
Yeah,
gonna
I see
test
how you
out
slid
Dobbins
that in.
before the game.
I see how you slid that in. I see. And you said Drake. I see what you did there, Prime. But go on.
Now Keys giving out fantasy advice. I don't need it. Oh, first, real quick, to all the crybabies, If you know how to play fantasy football, it don't matter where you draft, right? It don't matter where you draft. So I know some people was crying and commenting over the last week because in a couple of drafts ended up with the #1 pick again this year. All right. So what?
Mm.
Y'all seem to forget on some of you peoples, I want to draft picking from the 9th spot. If you can play fantasy football, it don't matter where you draft. Nobody
Mm.
wins fantasy football the first week or the first draft. You win it throughout the season. So I'm gonna need some of y'all to put your grown man pants on and let's do this thing. Let's play.
Hey, Prime, you do be having the first pick a lot, though.
Yeah, I do. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. And I was just talking to my man's Andre Carly, and it was crazy. And we were just having this conversation because he's in most of the leagues, right? Shout out to Andre. What was crazy was we had 3 of the drafts this year. 2 of them, ESPN just randomized the draft. I have nothing to do with that, right? You can get into the draft from an hour before the draft. I come back. I'm sitting at the first pick. I said, God darn. Now the last draft, it was on me because it slots you on how you join the league, right? And that was the last the draft of the league I threw together because some of y'all coming through at the last minute after I've been
Mm.
putting in your inbox with y'all playing, y'all wearing me to death. So the last minute I threw together another league, right? The day of the draft, when I went back to check the settings on randomizing the draft order, right, and the clock as well, because I like to run the 30-second clock because some people take too long to do their picks instead of the minute and a half they give you.
Oh, yeah.
I discovered that now the way ESPN has it, I can't change the draft settings from my cell phone. So I was scrambling to get home from work to get to my desktop an hour before the draft room opened so I could do that, and I didn't make it. So yeah, I will admit that last draft I did have the #1 pick, but the 2 before then, that was ESPN. Y'all need to go write ESPN,
Go right ESPN. Blame them peoples.
and we get back at it
And
next year. Is when I get the 7th or 8th pick and sitting in the championship game again. Don't say nothing to me. I must have forgot last year. Anyway,
tell them
let's
Roy
get to
Jones
the games, man.
Jr.
Let's get to. I done heard some feelings. Some people done dropped off. I don't care. I see y'all at the SBP meetup. Anyway, let's do this. So we at your boys now, the Eagles and the Lions. And I know on the usual week you ain't gonna talk about Philly. You want wow, we can go to the next game. But we talk about them today because we doing every game today. We talking about your boys going down to Motown. You feel me? Shout out to one of my former schoolmates, T Young, Philadelphia fan. I found out through her Facebook post. She is going to Detroit to watch y'all boys get down today. Big year for Hurts. A lot of people don't believe me. I believe Hurts gonna light the league up this year. But what y'all gonna do today, brother? What y'all gonna do today?
That's a great question. Now, anytime you see the name Detroit Lions in recent history, you think negatively. But you gotta give a little bit of credit to the man Dan Campbell, who came in, and even though the team wasn't very good, they played hard. It was very surprising. I mean, they lost a lot of games, a lot of close games, especially early on. Like, who loses on a 60-yard field goal? 60-yard field goal? Yeah, it's tough. You think you're getting your first win, and in pure Detroit Lions fashion, defeat is snatched from the jaws of victory. You probably should be used to it. But nevertheless, respect to Dan Campbell. I think he's, even though I don't know how he got that job, I do know how he got that job, but I don't know how he got that job uh, with some candidates that have not even been offered jobs or gotten interviews. But we're not going to get into all that. It's week one. We got a long time to talk about that. I like the fire that he approaches the game with. Feels more like a special teams coach. Feels more like a special teams coach. But I like the fire that he approaches the game with. And the team kind of takes to his personality. It's not going to help him today, though. Like, it's going to help him in the future. Today, they're getting all the work from Jalen Hurts and company. Jalen Hurts and company. The thing about Jalen Hurts that I'm not comfortable with is I feel like it's erratic. Like, he's erratic. I don't know if erratic is the right word. The spontaneity between him on the ground and him in the air. It's just, I'm not comfortable with it. But it's a long season, second year. I'll get used to it. We'll grow into the love. And I appreciate him though. I appreciate you, Jalen Hurts. Just don't let me down. Eagles, 32. That's right, 32. How to get to 32? I have no idea. Eagles 32 and Detroit 18. How about two ugly numbers?
Bro,
32 and 18.
I wish you could see my sheet. I have the Eagles 33-17. 33-17. Hurts gonna stun on them with his legs especially. I believe he led out quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. No, he was top two last year. Like he gets busy. Um, I do expect a big output from DeAndre Swift today. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, he got a couple of guys to take some heat off from. DJ Chalk is there now. Former Rams Josh Reynolds is over there. So I do expect Amon-Ra St. Brown to touch that end zone once or twice. But yeah, 33-17 Eagles, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Steelers and Bengals. Very interesting matchup. Division rivals. And, hey, all eyes are on Big Mitchell. Not Mitch, Mitchell Trubisky. As he takes on under center behind that offensive line that had so many problems last year. The one thing that's interesting of note is the fact that if you look at the Steelers, we talked about a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week or so ago, about that depth chart. Mitch was slated first. Mason Rudolph was slated second. And Pickett was the third quarterback.
Yeah.
And we heard some people out there reaching out to the Steelers about Mason Rudolph. I guess they wanted a decent backup. It's been reshuffled, so now the opening day, it actually has Pickett as the number 2 quarterback.
Really?
Yeah, and if you listen to all the talk in Pittsburgh, the talk is that no, it's not going to be a short lease on Trubisky. Tomlin sometimes don't give him all the time that he wants, but this is interesting that they made this move over the past week to slot him number 2. So we shall see.
That is interesting. Maybe we'll actually see him in the game, and they didn't want to do that third quarterback. Is that rule still in effect with the third quarterback coming in? And I don't even know what the rule really was, but nevertheless, that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. But maybe we'll see Pickett in a moment or two during this game.
JB, what up?
I am interested to see what happens with Pittsburgh. And if somehow the Pittsburgh Steelers have a losing season,
Damn.
will
Who telling them people out
these fans who love Mike Tomlin so much and give him all the grace and the space as a coach who's never had a losing season, will they call for his job? Oh, wait, you said they call for his job when he doesn't have a losing season?
there? Mhm.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, Cincinnati Bengals, Burrow, Mixon, Chase. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Call somebody. Now I don't expect a blowout, but I do expect a good showing from Chase and from Mixon. I guess that leads to Burrow having a big game as well. I'm going Cincinnati 23, Pittsburgh 20.
This is gonna be interesting. I saw on a couple of sites where people were actually calling for a blowout, with the Bengals like beating the brakes off the Steelers, and I'm not too sure about that because one, now we know last year Burrow was sacked 70 times, which was like third in the league last year, right?
Yeah.
Guess who's led the league in sacks out of the last 5 seasons?
Who might that be, Prime?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
What?
And I do understand that Cincinnati, bringing in Collins and reworking that offensive line is a thing. I don't know how much they've had a chance to gel yet in the offseason. You got to do this thing on Sunday. So I think they're going to get that pressure on Burrow. So the question is, even if it's better in pass protection, how's the run blocking? I don't know. Mixon going to have to be able to find those holes. But we know we're going to get a heavy dose of Najee from the Steelers. We'll see if that young rookie receiver they got, the young boy Pickens, can make some noise over there. But I think this game is going to be a lot tighter than people think. I really do. I know the Bengals coming off a Super Bowl. That was last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's a division rival. I think this game is going to be really, really close. I'm going to still take the Browns in this game. But I think going into the fourth quarter, we might be really looking at a game. But give me the Bengals in this game. Give me the Browns. Take the Bengals in this game. Give me the Bengals in this game 27-24.
There it is.
I think the Steelers can hang tough. Now to the Browns. The Browns and the Panthers. Baker. About to face his former team. Thank you to the schedule makers. This is going to be good. This is going to be interesting. The one thing I saw this week, which was funny to me, was that they said Baker Mayfield admitted he texted some of the players, one of them being Myles Garrett, which might be a smart thing to do, being knowing that dude about to bring that heat up on your behind, bringing them 16 sacks in from last year. But Myles Garrett admitted he didn't respond to him because he had nothing to say. Let's watch this today, bro. Fun game, I think. I think it's a real fun game.
Yeah, like I mentioned last week, whether Baker Mayfield plays well or plays terribly, I'm not going to put too much stock in it because he is emotionally invested into this game in a different way. So he may come out and light him up for 350. It's possible. It's possible. 350 and 4 touchdowns. He might come out and throw 4 picks. It's possible.
I think, did he lead the league in interceptions last year, I think?
He lead the league in being
was
a
something.
bum. No, I'm sorry. He's not a bum. That was unnecessary. I apologize. I apologize to all the Baker Mayfield fans and Baker Mayfield himself. That was unnecessary. Woosah. Wait a second. Pressure points. Okay. Baker Mayfield, don't let this game fool you into thinking that it is going to be an example of what he's going to be for the rest of the season. I don't see that. I don't know what's going to happen, Brian. I don't know what's going to happen. But I think, as much as I really don't rock with Baker, I think that he will come out with that chip on his shoulder and actually play well. I think he'll play well and lead this Carolina football team to a W. Yeah. That's tough to say. I don't know how I feel about saying it out loud, but hearing myself say it, I don't like it, but I'm sticking with it. Carolina, 23. Yeah, no. Carolina 26. Carolina 26 and Cleveland 24.
I don't know. If you listen to Caesar, he would think either one of us got some of that loud or purple haze or something. That man said if you think the Panthers will win Let me see. We go back here. He said, if you think the Browns will win, you smoking that good stuff. You smoking that
I'm
good
not smoking anything, Caesar.
Caesar probably got candy cigarettes. So his remember them
He's
joints.
he's smoking hams. Smoke the hams and
uh, JB, right, JB got the Carolina 24-21. I have Carolina 24-20. So I believe some of
I
y'all been peeking at my sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like this
I
correct.
knew I
That's
was on
the
the
worst
right
they
path.
did. Huh?
I knew I was on the right path when you said JB had it Carolina 24-21. That's how I know I'm on the right path. JB is always in the mix when it comes to the pick and pool. Stay in the mix.
Crazy, crazy. CMC, Christian McCaffrey showed up on the injury report. People got all up in arms early in the week, but it seemed like he's good to go. But we used to hearing that. We used to hearing that. I think Baker shows out today, though. He gonna let him know when he does too. Believe that.
Oh yeah. He gonna run past the sideline, look at people. How you run past the sideline and look at your own coach? Remember that? I would never let that go. But that was dog.
But we'll see what happens this time because they just showed a clip of him running up to his old coach before the game and giving him a hug just now. So they might be low. He better find Myles Garrett something. You should have bought Myles Garrett a gift. You know what I'm saying? A rollie or something. You feel me?
He should have sent them ladies to his room like Jordan used to do save yourself.
Hey, Jordan, the more and more comes about Michael Jordan now, man, after these years, much as I despised him on the basketball court, the Jordan stories are the great. We're going to have to do a whole show just on basketball and stories. We're going to figure that out. Because more and more I'm hearing about these Jordan stories are crazy. Except
Well,
the one even on the Last Dance. You feel me? But yeah, next game up, always a fun game to me, no matter who's under center. And maybe because it's a divisional thing, but I love when the Saints and the Falcons get together. I just love that game. I'd like to attend a Saints Falcons game. You know what I'm saying? That way I ain't got to root for nobody. I can just watch them get down because there's genuine dislike between these two teams. But big thing for Jameis though, man. Big season for Jameis. I think he'll come out the box right away today. Quick, fast, and a hurry.
in case y'all missed Prime's bold predictions video 2022, and it was on TikTok, Instagram, probably on YouTube, MySpace, Black Planet, all over the place. LinkedIn, everywhere. I don't even know if they have videos on LinkedIn, but somehow his joint is on LinkedIn. I don't know. But Prime predicted that Jameis Winston will throw for 35 touchdowns this season. 35, not 27, not 19, 35 touchdowns from Jameis Winston. I just want to put that out there, make sure that people know Prime's bold prediction, or one of them.
Hey man, real quick, I'm gonna get to that prediction. I'm sitting there laughing. Keys out here putting our fantasy football business out there for the people to see.
I told you, snitching.
Not the whole group.
I told you, snitching. He just stay.
Well, we know when the videos get back to Vernice, it was either Keys or Caesar.
Yeah.
The Cliff wouldn't do us like that. JB wouldn't do us like them. Our people. It's between them two. And Keys, I know it can't be you, but we done brought you on the show, man. So come on, man.
I'm not saying the actions remind me of a young Corinne Steffens. Oh. I'm not saying, I'm just, people put out books about stuff that happens behind the scenes, right? They be behind the scenes. Then they be like, they put out a whole book. Like, why you put out a book? I told you. This was between us. You gonna tell everybody?
Hold on. Oh, what are you saying?
I'm just saying.
Oh,
just throwing it out there.
Told on everybody.
Everybody business. I'm like, no, I can't. So I can't have nobody else. You just gonna tell them it. You gonna talk about my. But anyway, Marcus Mariota.
Ooh.
Hard
Hey,
segue.
kids, what they
Marcus
got
Mariota.
inboxes for and deals, bro. You put all your fantasy football business out there.
Can't tell. No, can't. Can I ask you a question? I just want to ask you a question. Oh, guess what he said? We was at the club. He tried to. Yeah, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know. But yeah,
Yeah, I
Marcus
got Jameis.
Mariota.
I said, but you asked about Jameis Winston, man. I got one of my bold predictions was Jameis Winston throws for 35 touchdowns this year. And what you gotta understand is Jameis has only thrown for 30 touchdowns or more one time in his career. That was back in 2019. He had 33 when he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So my bold prediction is that he throws for at least 35 this season with all them weapons.
Brian, go ahead and finish that statement. He threw for 33 touchdowns and
Oh, a lot of interceptions.
30. Wasn't 30? That was 30. Okay. Just wanted to add that in there. Not that it has anything to do with your
I ain't do a bold prediction on the interceptions though. But what I was gonna say, he's gonna throw for 35 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. Like we know Jameis gonna get double digit INT.
No, he gonna throw
That ain't
some
no, that's the
picks.
worst kept secret out there.
Marcus Mariota was just on my screen. I was just about to mention him because he is starting quarterback in ATL shouted. I don't know what to expect from Marcus Mariota. Do you have any idea what to expect? I'm afraid.
ATL,
Be very
right?
afraid.
Well, yeah,
Be very afraid.
he ain't gonna be doing the shoulder lean. He gonna be looking over his shoulder because Desmond Ridder
Look
sitting
over your
right there,
shoulder, honey.
sitting right
Buster
there ready
Rhymes
to
and
take that
Kendrick.
job, player. So Mariota got the ball, man. He got the ball.
We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm leaning towards New Orleans, more comfortable situation. I'm just trust New Orleans more than I trust Atlanta. Atlanta might as well be in Missouri. Missouri is the show me state. That's what my flag football coach used to say, Glenn Thomas. I'm from Missouri. You got to show me. So Atlanta gonna have to show me before I ever pick them in the game this season. For real. New Orleans, 27. Atlanta, 17.
31-20, the Saints. Big day for Jameis Winston today. Michael Thomas supposed to play. I'm anxious to see Chris Olave and Jarvis Landry is there. Anxious to see them get down. I'm anxious to see them get down. And I am anxious to see what young Drake London gets done though with Atlanta. I like that kid. He just got to make sure somebody get him the rock. But I really like him, man. So we shall see. The Jags and the Commandos.
Not Commandos.
The Commandos. Keith's team. They getting busy today, man. It's going down today. We're gonna look at these quarterbacks. Carson Wentz. What's his third stop?
Third stop in 18 months is what I heard this morning on
so by the end of his
Network.
career, who will play for more teams? Carson Wentz or Josh Johnson?
Dang.
I don't know. We don't. We're gonna see. Carson Wentz is well traveled, I should say, and he's going to a Commanders team.
No
that has a whole lot of questions. I don't care how you pronounce that name, but anyway, I think it's gonna be a really good game, though. The one thing though that I'm looking at is the growth of Trevor Lawrence. What does a new season bring, right? You got your old college buddy lining up in the backfield, and ATM. We really get to see him this year. Even though they said that the Robinson's going to play, I'm just anxious to see what the quarterback's going to do because I think this is where this whole thing lies. With Chase Young, they re-aggravated that injury. He won't play anyway. Like, this could be bad. Like, if you're a Commanders team and you lose to the Jags, especially in week 1, like, what does this say for the rest of your season? Like,
Fair. I don't disagree. I will respect the Washington team and call them the Commanders because that's who they are.
It should have been the Red Wolves. That was a dope name to me.
I agree. The Red Wolves.
I think the Red Wolves would have been a dope name for real.
And it would have been Wolves. You don't get a lot of Wolves. You got Timberwolves, but you don't get a lot of Wolves.
If you had somebody who can really like design, that logo could have been fire too.
Well, I think they probably had the options of anybody in the whole wide world. So I think they could have found somebody. But we'll never know because They went with Commanders. So add that to the list of mistakes made in Washington. Carson Wentz, I wish him the best. I think he got the raw end of the deal in Indianapolis. I don't like the way that ended.
Yeah.
Frank Reich, of all people, well, I mean, he's not really he ain't made the decision. I'm just saying it don't feel right. Carson Wentz, I hope that he plays halfway decent. Respect Carson Wentz. I don't dislike Carson Wentz. I don't dislike him. I'm saying a lot of things because I have nothing positive to say about either of these teams. But if Washington's at the crib, right?
Yeah.
If Washington can't deal with Jacksonville in week 1 at the crib, maybe it will be the Giants and the Washington Commanders fighting for 4th place in the NFC East.
You said maybe.
It won't go well. Yeah, because we're going to be 3rd place blank. It's going to be a blank 3rd place, and then it's going to be 4th and 5th in the division. So they're going to be fighting for 4th place. Yeah, Jacksonville. I'm going Jacksonville 31, Washington 24.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got 31 on that people?
Yeah, 31 of them things. 31, 24.
Damn, that's crazy. Caesar said, chill, the Jags are not that bad. Look, it ain't none of my business. But hey, Wentz better watch out for Trayvon Walker though. That dude coming. That dude coming. Candidate for defensive rookie of the year. I'm telling you, dude can straight ball out. So I think he'd be all over the field. I mean, he ain't no Michael Parsons, but I think he legit.
On my screen right now.
Who that?
Michael Parsons on my screen right now, and the Commanders actually. It's a highlight of Parsons stripping the quarterback. And yeah. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, but I see a little crazy score. I'm gonna go with the Jags, something like 26-19. I got the Jags winning today, and sheds a shine a positive light beginning of the season down in Jacksonville, bro. Before Jacksonville,
shine a light on them.
Big game at 4:00 as we get to the 4:00. Big game. The Packers and the Vikings, always a fun matchup. And Aaron Rodgers enters today with 38 consecutive touchdowns and no interceptions against NFC North opponents. This is going to be a big one, bro. And Captain Kirk on the other side.
Captain Kirk. Let's before, you know what? Actually, Prime, go on and I know you said it last week or last show we did. Go on, do your bold prediction 2022 part 2.
So if you missed this show last week, and if you missed the TikTok that I shared, another one of my bold predictions was Captain Kirk. Yes, one Kirk Cousins will finish the season top five in the MVP voting. Captain Kirk going off this year, man. Y'all stop the disrespect.
Not the disrespect. Top 5. Add to that. I know you might not know this, Prime, but your man's Michael Irvin in his bold prediction or whatever they do on NFL Network, he said Kirk Cousins is going to throw 8 touchdown passes today. He said 8 touchdown passes today against the Green Bay Packers. That's what the man said. That was his bold prediction. He said 8, breaking the record of the most touchdowns thrown. Wow. And yeah, it's going down.
And guess who entered the chat the second we started talking about this game? Rock.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Hold on. We got to rewind real quick. Prime, one more time. What did you just say?
Oh, well, Kirk going to finish top 5 in the MVP voting this year.
And Michael Irvin said that man is going to throw 8 touchdowns today.
I don't know about 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know you ain't
tell me he has 8 touchdowns after about 3 weeks. I might believe after 2, but definitely after 3. I'm gonna agree with that. But yeah,
absolutely.
8 on the day. I see some scores coming in too. JB said 35-32 for the Vikings. I mean, Keys, stop talking about 88, man. Come on, bro. I knew it was coming. It had to be somebody.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
I don't like the way people are very comfortable disrespecting the back-to-back MVP.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little disrespectful out here. It's a lot disrespectful actually, and I'm
Well,
not sure what this man has to do to prove who he is to the people.
well, you got a couple of things working against the back-to-back MVP. First of all, of course, his guy Devontae Adams is gone. Now we found out today that Lazard is not playing, right? So it's leaving him to. I mean, you got Cobb is out there. So you got the old man out there. I call him the old man.
You
Um,
do.
you got some young guys though, Christian Watson and the guy that I love, Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs has a shot to really supplant, put his, make his mark. There was a lot of stuff during the offseason about Aaron Rodgers talking about the young guys not catching the football and dropping the football. But we did see some real good plays from Romeo. So I'm looking for him to do some big things. I shouldn't have said that because I'm giving stuff away. But anyway, yeah, so I think we'll have a good game. I think Kirkland will figure it out. A lot of ground game today, too. Aaron Jones, upwards of probably a 20 total touches at least. And I say touches, ground and air. But I'm going with Captain Kirk, man. I think we get a very entertaining game. Kirk gonna sling it. Jefferson gonna dance more than once. 31-30 for the Vikings.
Keys. Put 20 on the keys. Put 20 on the keys. Let me know. I'm asking you here publicly, $20 on your prediction that the Packers will not score 21 points today. Are you willing to put $20 on it? If you don't want to do 20, we can do 10. If you don't want to do 10, we can do 5. Put something on it. Put something on it. It's week 1. Let me know. Let me know.
Let me know. Let me know. All right, so
30-24 Minnesota. 30-24 Minnesota for me.
in Kirk we trust. Yeah, we said it. All right, next up, we got a game. The Giants and the Titans are playing. King Henry versus Saquon Barkley. Can both return. Both of them have been injured. We saw Barkley try to come back last year. Didn't quite look the same, but now he's back. And it's all about handing the ball off as far as I'm concerned because Daniel Jones can be Daniel Jones, especially when he's not using his legs. And then we got another quarterback who can actually use his legs because people ain't 100% sold on his arm. And now he's kind of deficient at receiver now. So very entertaining game, I guess. How you feel about the Giants and Titans?
How I feel about it. How does anybody feel about the Giants and Titans? It's a giant against a Titan. Like, that's pretty good. Name-wise, the names are pretty, like, Giants and Titans. Like, it seems like a thing. It seems like it could be a movie. Giants and Titans in theaters November 23rd, 2027. All I really care about is how busy the King gets. How busy can the King get on this first game back and against those Giants? And how will a young Ryan Tannehill look without that one receiver that he had? I'm not sure where he went. He went to another
somebody
team.
said they saw him on a plane to Philly or something. I don't know.
Might have been something like that. But yeah, what is Ryan Tannehill going to look like without that guy? Because there's nothing I want to talk about the Giants. You mentioned Saquon Barkley. That's cool. Hopefully he stays healthy. Let's just say that. Titans, 40.
Third. They got a 40 burger on them people, man.
40.
I wonder, is there a line out there on one of the sites about who had more yards, Barkley or the King today? That'd be crazy.
That would be a good one.
That would be a good one. I ain't willing to make that wager, but it's crazy if we get to the end of the game and Barkley outrushes him, right?
Unless it's 40 to 10.
People gonna stack the box on the Titans to try to shut that thing down. They're gonna try.
I mean, that might not change the 40 to 10 though.
The disrespect. I ain't even going close to that, man. I got the Giants winning this game today. Shocked some people in week 1.
That's
and
good,
I'm gonna keep scoring low. It'll be 22-20. I got the Giants.
That's good, Prime. I like what you did there.
Yeah, he said 40 keys. See,
that's what I said. I ain't stutter.
And Caesar said that Barkley gonna eat today.
He might. I mean, a lot of people eat when the score is 33-3, and then they just get the bowl.
Yo, great game. And I know somebody in the chat has a high interest in this one.
Mm.
Thank you again, schedule makers. We have the Raiders and the Chargers going down 4 p.m. All eyes on both of these teams in the highly competitive AFC West.
This is gonna be fun right here, bro. Like, you know how we do. We do love the AFC West. We might rep the NFC East, but we do love the AFC West. I ain't got no problem saying it. I've always loved the AFC West.
And the
Pretty
lie.
much always. Pretty
And
much
the lie.
always loved the AFC West. So it's going down. I'm yelling timber. Caesar's crew is going to enter the game. And I mentioned that I'm looking for them to win this division. This division is going to be crazy from today until week 18, though. It's going to be crazy all the way through. I'm excited for it. Good to see Eckler back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. What does it take to keep a young, smaller guy healthy these days in the NFL? Less touches? Or is it just, it is what it is? You know he's going to get hurt at some point in time, and you just have to rock with it and work around it. I don't know, but I want to see Eckler on the field. I want to see Keenan Allen on the field. I want to see Mike Williams on the field. I want to see this whole Chargers squad together for at least a good 11, 12 games, man. That would be something to see. It would be something to see. Shootout. If this is not a shootout, then I don't live in the 804. We know shootouts in the 804. And literally, we know shootouts in the 804. That's another story. But I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there prime. 38-34. I said 38, and I said 34. 38-34. Wait a second. 38-35. 38-35. But I'm going with the Chargers. Not because Caesar's here. That's more reason to pick against the Chargers. But I just have faith in the Chargers. The last couple of seasons, I haven't really been except for that game when they cost me that money. There was that game. Like, can't forget that one. There was that. But other than that, I'm with the Chargers. So 38-35 shootout. I hope Devontae Adams goes for 200 yards receiving, but we shall see.
JB said he headed to the 101 Craft House to get his seat. Enjoy, my brothers. Enjoy, my brother. No doubt. That's how you open our football season.
Right.
A great spot to watch the games. He did, before he left, said 35-32 for the Chargers. Caesar says Chargers by 3, Herbert 350, 4 total TDs. I can see it.
Hey, that's a day right there.
Yeah, I think I got 30-27 the Chargers. We get to see Devontae Adams for the first time really this season, off season, because he didn't play it down in the preseason. So I think he's going to attempt to go out there and eat, man. But yeah, I'm going 30-27. I'm gonna roll with the Chargers. I think Herbert looks good. I think both quarterbacks gonna look good, but I think Herbert's gonna be on the mission. He was one of 2 quarterbacks to pass over 5,000 yards last year. You got to start the season all right. So he gonna sling it. Another big one, Chiefs and Cardinals. Very fun game.
Woo!
One of the other nominees for possible game of the week. Two intriguing quarterbacks, 2 offenses that when they right can put up major points. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Much as I love a couple of other games we talked about, which is fire, this is my favorite game on the schedule. Because I think we can see so much. You got Mahomes coming out today. It's going to have to make some things happen with some new weapons. You got Kyler Murray coming out. He's got a new weapon over there that he's probably going to utilize a lot because we just found out that Rondale Moore is not playing today either at the receiver position for them. So this is going to be fun, man. This is going to be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know you can't wait because this is your guy. Yes, I will always mention this. Prime was hyped the day of the draft, and from then on Patrick Mahomes.
For sure.
Not everybody can say that. I mean, some people can say they like Patrick Mahomes, but Prime was big on Patrick Mahomes out the gate, and I will always give him credit for that. The same way he was not big on Dak Prescott being his. Oh, sorry, wrong topic. Um, Kansas City, Arizona. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to bring. I don't know what to expect from Arizona. I don't know. No D Hop, no Christian Kirk. Who's the receivers? Brown?
Rondell
Whoever
Moore
it
is not playing today. They got Hollywood Brown over there. I think the other cat, but yeah, they more Rondell Moore was projected to start on the other side of Hollywood, and they just ruled him out today.
Dang. Well, I think
They're hoping that Zach Ertz don't play.
my prediction in the pool is Arizona for the dub, but I feel like I need to go Kansas City, even though I'm not 100%, sure what's going to happen with Kansas City and the changes in the offense. But it could just be more reason to love Patrick Mahomes. I'll go Kansas City 34 and Arizona 26.
Interesting. Keys mentioned AJ Green. He was talking about receivers. Now I'm rolling with my guy though. I'm rolling with Mahomes in the midday.
Rolling with the homies.
34-28. I think both quarterbacks probably look decent. Both quarterbacks probably get in the end zone at least one time with their legs. Yeah, but I'm rolling with Andy Reid and the I was going to say the boys in red, but both of them wear red. But I'm rolling with Andy Reid, 34-28 in this one. Night game tonight.
Wait, what was that score?
34-28, Kansas City.
34-28. Oh, okay.
All right. Big game tonight. Big game tonight for all the world to see. You want money? You know what I'm saying? You say you want to win, put Booby in, let them spin. You want money, you put the Cowboys on TV. It's just that simple. Dallas Cowboys playing against Tom Brady. Brady is 7-0 versus the Dallas Cowboys, right? And in a lesser stat, the Cowboys are 15-5 all time against the Bucks. That really means nothing at this point. But it's going down again tonight. And what's crazy is, first of all, let me shout out group member, our girl Cheryl Parker, who has finally made scratch some off the bucket list. One of her lifelong dreams was to make it to a Dallas Cowboy game. She is at that game today. I think she left, pulled out Thursday, shared plenty of pics. Look like she's having the time of her life. Get to go see her man. And she would let you know that's her man, Mr. Dak Prescott. So shout out to everybody down there. Shout out to CJ Richardson, who's not in the group, but that's my guy. All the folks down there, safe travels, enjoy. This game right here is going to be crazy because, one, on the Cowboys side, you already had the questions at the receivers. What we're going to see tonight. So the Cowboys looks like they're going to probably be starting a rookie at one receiver on the other side of CeeDee Lamb. There's the offensive line issue. They're starting a rookie now over at the tackle position. And I don't think they were ready for him to start just yet, but it is what it is. So we're going to be watching that. On the flip side, Brady got some offensive line issues of his own. They lost about 3 guys off that offensive line, so they kind of patched it together. And I do think it may take some time for them to really get it going. We did just find out that Chris Godwin is actually going to be a go for that squad tonight. Now, how healthy he is, we just don't know. But so both teams are really going to be dealing with some things tonight. So I guess it's going to be just how they adjust to it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Prime, to see how the Cowboys receiving core looks. I expect Dak to be himself. Some people are probably like, is that good? Is that bad? I really don't know. I like Dak. I don't dislike Dak. I think he'll be fine. I still, just like I did at the beginning of last year or the beginning of the year before, whenever question that is he going to throw the ball 50 times a day?
Well, you still questioning that situation that actually we disagree on because they actually were in that game. And actually, I'm not going to talk about penalties, but that farce of a pass interference call, everybody knows, which they did admit, the referees admitted was the wrong call, but later in the fact, but it is what it is. They were in perfect position to win that game. barring throwing it the amount of times in that particular game as they threw it. They should have won that game. Now, what you can talk about the whole season, we can debate that. But as far as that game, no, I think that was a perfect game plan for that one. I think your
Interesting.
argument for me would be better if they would have just got the break speed off of them. They actually legitly should have won that game.
28-27 Tampa Bay.
20.
Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, I trust. And you know what? I'm trying to keep it peaceful in the SBP.
Get it off your chest, man. Speak.
35-15 Tampa Bay.
15?
15.
Don't you like Dak Prescott?
Y'all ain't got no receivers. I like Dak Prescott. Y'all ain't got no receivers. Who gonna get open? Who you gonna throw the ball to? Can't
Dalton
trust Zeke.
Schultz.
He gonna be
Big game
on the
for Dalton
sideline.
Schultz today.
He gonna be on the side. No, what? Your leading receiver is gonna be your tight end. Yeah, 15.
Well, shoot, CeeDee Lamb got a ton of targets last year when they played. And what was that game? I can't remember the score of that. But anyway, long story short, Dalton Schultz will have a big game for the Cowboys. Just like I expect we talk about these receivers for the Tampa Bay Bucks. I wouldn't be surprised if, they get locked up on a play or two and Cameron Brate finds the end zone for Tom Brady. So even though I feel like we'll get screwed again, I feel like this is going to be a game, and then we'll get that phantom pass interference call or something stupid like that.
Oh my God!
Week one, and I know Tom Brady got to lose to the Cowboys at some point. This might be our last chance because the way Giselle acting, he might not be on the field next year. So we got to get one of these things. So Cowboys will win this game tonight in a close one, 28-27. And we finally get to cross evidence that we beat Tom Brady.
How you gonna take my score, Prime? How you gonna take my original score?
Cause I did.
All right.
Watch out for Pollard as they phase Elliott. Man, it ain't gonna even be that, Keys. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. They both gonna try to commit to getting Zeke the rock, but they're gonna also use Pollard this season in a myriad of ways. You can even see him line up in a slot probably at some point. Receiver.
Ain't nobody else to play receiver.
They're gonna be committed to, especially now. You're right with no receivers. They're gonna be committed to having them both on the field at some point together, and then worry about whether or not Zeke is a Cowboy after the season. But they're gonna attempt to get that man to rock as well. You just need the offensive line to cooperate. All right. And lastly, tonight, the disrespect of Russell Wilson is going back to his old digs. So they sending him to Seattle to face his old team tonight. And that's crazy. So shout out to the schedule makers once again for giving us this matchup, a revenge game, I guess. But you send them back to Seattle.
Bruh, how did that work out? Like, that's wild. And they got that thing set up on Monday night. I like it. I like it a lot. I'd like it more if Seattle was good. But the storyline remains. And it might just be another shining moment. Not one shining moment, but another shining moment for Mr. Russell Wilson. He gets a chance to go back to the old crib, face his old coach, and light them up. He gets a chance to light them up for 3-4 touchdowns in the air. I'm not really high on the Denver offense, but I like Denver as a team, and I think that this is the perfect opportunity for Russ to get off to a great start like he normally does. Like I said, 3-4 touchdowns in the air, or 3-4 touchdowns total, I'll say, just in case he tried to sneak one in there as a smack in the face, even though he would say it wasn't a smack in the face. It was just me playing the game, but it would be a smack in the face to put them over the top. 31-10. I hope this is not what we get in the first Monday night game of the season, a blowout. But as long as Russell's on the winning side, can't go wrong with that. 31-10, Denver.
They're going to beat the brakes off them people, man. 41-20. The Denver offense is going to go off. Vontae Williams, Cortland Sutton. It's going to be crazy. Russ going to show out on them people. 41-20 Broncos in the Monday night game. All right. So you got all the picks, people. You see what time it is. Source is keeping score. And
Yeah.
you thought this was lit. Wait till next week. And I can just give you a quick preview. And you probably figure we're going to talk about probably just about all of these games. But Thursday night, do you know who plays Thursday night?
I have no idea.
The Chargers and the Chiefs.
Are you kidding me?
Thursday night football. Also next week, matchups. We have the Cardinals and Raiders, the Bengals and Cowboys. The Vikings and Eagles play Monday night. But before they play on Monday night, we have another Monday night game, which is not as enticing, but it is what it is. It's football. It's the Bills and the Titans. So you got two Monday night
That's
games in
great.
week 2.
The Bills and the Titans, that's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's gonna be what it is.
Dang. We getting
Next week
popping
gonna
early.
be lit. You probably figure no matter how many games we decide to do next week, we got to do all of those. We're doing
Oh,
all those. I'm
absolutely.
gonna tell you right there, all those games right there
Absolutely.
we're doing.
Me and Rock gonna square off and run this fade before the game.
So you got the picks. You agree, you don't disagree. I mean, if you agree or you don't, it don't matter. We're gonna roll out of here because we know everybody got lineups to set. I know I do.
I know I do too, bro.
Season long, FanDuel, all that. I got lineups, so we're gonna get up out of here. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. I do want to say 2 quick things. Shout out to Caesar yesterday, reminding us how old we are all getting. We're talking about the college football players that are playing now whose dads played in the NFL. You know, so we saw, of course, so yesterday, of course, we saw Jerry Rice Jr. play. Well, he's not Jerry Rice. It's some, I forget his first name. But anyway, we saw him play. We saw Emmitt Smith's son, EJ, play yesterday. You know, Marvin Harrison. You know what I'm saying? He's got a son in the league, man. It's crazy. Frank Gore, son is at Southern Miss. And of course, we've been seeing Prime's boys play, especially, Shador and Shiloh, especially Shador been lighting it up. So yeah, we getting old, man. We getting old. I think Jerry Rice's son name is Brendan. Yeah, so
It's crazy, son. It's crazy. But you know
US.
what?
Right. Marvin
It's
Harrison,
all right.
Ohio State. Yep.
Because 30 is the new 20.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I guess 50 about to be the new 35. I don't even know. I don't know.
I saw EJ Emmitt's son before he got nicked up later. He scored a touchdown yesterday. Look good too. Look like a faster version of his daddy for real. Look way faster than daddy was. Daddy was slow, but yeah. So shout out to all, and it's more players, but there's just the most noted. And shout out to if your college team lost yesterday. We saw some crazy upsets. Notre Dame went down to Marshall, Texas A&M went down to Appalachian State. Bama didn't lose, but they were in the dogfight with Texas. Like the whole thing was crazy yesterday. But shout out to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Before we peel
We
out,
won.
I do want to mention, and I got a feeling we on the same page with this one. We got to speak about the ladies real quick. It's no question. We got the women tipping it off in the WNBA finals today at 3 p.m. It's no secret who I'm rolling with. I'm going with the point guard, my girl Chelsea Gray, and I want the Aces to go ahead and lock this thing. Plus, I am a huge fan. I always was a huge fan of Becky Hammond when she was in the WNBA. Always one of my favorite players through all the trips, and she's the first one to actually to do. She's playing the league and got her team to the final. So I'm going with the point guard and the Aces to win this series. But I'm not going to disrespect Connecticut because even though they probably shouldn't have been there, they're as scrappy as they come. And you and I talked last year about just missing all the time, like a team that always has so much promise. Um, and when it comes to five, when it comes, and this guy one of my favorite players. This guy Jones on there. She's one of my 5 favorites in the league. I love watching her play. But the point guard is one of my favorite 5 as well. So I'm going with the Aces.
All day. Aces gang. I told you a million times that I'm a Sparks fan, but the Aces have been tugging on my heartstrings since they moved to Vegas. And I don't know why. But the personalities are great. I love Vegas personalities and game. Like if you're a person that doesn't like women's basketball, it's whatever. But if you happen to run across that last series between the Aces and the Seattle Storm, you saw some of the best women's basketball you're gonna see
Not a
these days.
UConn
Like
too. Like UConn, like golly.
crazy. It was crazy. Um, so shout out to the whole Aces squad. Asia Wilson
It just felt
MVP,
different, man, this year.
defensive MVP. Like, and she's on a mission. She plays so cool. Even when it's like a lot going on, she plays cool. She doesn't force shots like crazy. She doesn't act like she doesn't have to have the ball in her hand, but she does her work to get the ball and they get her the ball when necessary. But she plays it cool and she picks her spots and she's the MVP and defensive MVP. Um, Chelsea Gray, point guard all day. The Ellis. Uh, Allen, got to mention Allen Sandage. His favorite player is Kelsey Plum.
For sure. We
He
talked about her a few
loves
weeks
Kelsey
ago.
Plum.
Just something
Yeah,
different about her this year.
he loves Kelsey Plum. Yeah, she a little angry too. She a little angry with it. Um,
Be that.
yeah, they're a different squad. They're a different squad. And I'm glad to see it because they've fallen short a few times and people started to question this and that or this player, that player. So Aces and wait, this is 5 game, right? It's still 5 game.
Nah, I think the women's they didn't move it to 7.
Is it 7? Shoot, I was gonna go 3-0. All right,
I
four
think
one.
I need to check. I thought they changed. I thought they changed it this year to 7, and I could be wrong.
You could be right. You could be right. Let's find out. WNBA finals games. Let me know. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5. I
Is it
think it's
still
5
5?
points.
Maybe it's next year it goes into effect then.
Yeah, I think it's still 5. So yeah, I'm going 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. Bang, bang, bang. Just like that.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl John Quayle Jones. I hate to have to root against you, but yeah, Aces just felt different. I've been feeling this way for the past month or so. Like they just feel different this year. It was I don't know. And you mentioned once again. You mentioned um, the MVP herself. I like for Asia Wilson. Even during times when things ain't going right, like we watched Stewie get busy in this past series. And sometimes Stewie was just
Yeah.
doing work. And even though
Ain't nothing you can do.
she wasn't really matching Stewie's numbers the whole game, that calmness and staying within herself was great, man. So I
Yeah.
think to have her win a title and the MVP in the same season, we're gonna shut a lot of people up because them questions been there. I mean, is she that? Is she that? When the time gets tough, they can't get over. This is their time, man. This is their time. And the point guard herself, I'm telling you, what's beautiful about her career is, and she still got so much more to give. She won another title and be on a different squad. Man, she's already submitting her legacy to
Yep.
the Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, I love watching her play. Like I'm still thinking I can do something when I watch her again. She nice with it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So it is what it is. But everybody get out there. You got anything for the people before we get out here?
Um, I did Scarface versus Ice Cube on TikTok.
Who won?
Bootleg versus 18. Ice Cube won 11-5, bro. 11-5. It was close, but Ice Cube got joints. Cube got joints. I mean, Scarface has joints, but I don't think
Versus.
people love him, but I don't know that people know the joints as much as they know Ice Cube joints. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was dope though. It was dope all the way through. Bangers on top of bangers all the way through. Uh, Bootleg versus 19. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but bootleg versus 20, it's going to be Native Tongues, the whole crew,
Fire.
against Dungeon Family, the whole crew, and we going to get it popping. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's what it's going to be at some point next week.
All right. Good day to everybody. Enjoy the games today, whatever you're doing. Red zoning it, at a game, sports bar, whatever. This is our time. We back, baby. And we're going to catch y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir. As I glance at the clock.